थोड़े लिस्ट में ले आए पुनः आपका रखा
होय वो दैट इज ऑलवेज अ ट्रिकी थिंग। वो एसी कम किया तो गर्मी लगने लगती है, बढ़ाया तो एवरीबडी इज लाइक बहुत ठंडा है बहुत ठंडा है। सो बट यू नो दिस टेम्परेचर विल बी ओके टिल सच टाइम दैट एवरीबडी इज इन। Then if we don't switch on the AC, then it will be uncomfortable.
सकाळी पण असंच झालं पहिलं थोडा वेळ. Then it was fine.
Yeah, तसंच होत होते. It takes time to settle also.
बाहर गर्मी था तो गर्मी अभी तक बराबर नहीं हुआ। सबसे डेंजर है ना
कौन खेला लाइब्रेरी नहीं लाइफ मेंबरशिप। Check where are you?
हां ते दुकान चालू आहे. दुकान चालू आहे संध्याकाळी. हां. तुला जसं कंटिन्यू तसं निघाली नाही. हो 5:30 तरी निघाली.
Shall we start, sir?
Yes.
So before we come to the 14th chapter, on Vachik Avinay and which introduces prosody. I want to take a note of the comments sent by Dr. Saroj Deshpande on Kaksha Vibhaga. She has suggested that there can be 6 Kakshas, 3 on Ranga Shirsha and 3 on Ranga Pitha. So that would help in presentation of bifocal scenes. So that can be done. So that way I agree with her. And she has also noted that there is no mention of Kaksha Vibhaga in the 2nd chapter, which deals with the construction of Natya Mandapa. So in the context of that she says that since the Rangapitha and Rangashirsha and Vedika on Rangashirsha is described, so Kaksha Vibhaga can also be decided in the context of that, as per the references in 2nd chapter also. On the 2 sides of the Vedika and in front of Vedika, 3 Kakshas on Rangashirsha, and similarly leaving apart the 2 corners for Mattavarni, again on Ranga Pitha 3 Kakshas can be made. Including Mattavarni, 3 Kakshas we can have, because the 2 Mattavarnis naturally would become 2 Kakshas. She is right that way. And the absence of mention of Kaksha Vibhaga in 2nd chapter is natural, because Kaksha Vibhaga is not a part of architecture, and there a theatre building is the architecture is being described. Kaksha Vibhaga is an imaginary division, imaginary journal division, and every time you have to decide your Kakshas when you take up any play. So they play not be having a garden, so you need not have a Kaksha for garden. That play might be having a cemetery scene, like in Malti Madhav Bhagavati. There is a wonderful description of Smashana, and we were talking about the Vibhatsa Rasa. So very horrific picture of Smashana. Bhagavati is adept in describing such Vibhatsa. Ete hi hridaya marmachchida sansara bhava yebhyo vibhatsamanaha सर्वान कामान विश्राम्य सर्वान कामान परित्यज्य अरण्य विश्राम्यन्ति मनीषिणः. So the whole Vibhats, he understands the concept of Vibhats, how Vibhats arises. The Purushaha Vibhatsmanaha sansarat. There is a experience of Vibhatsa because the world appears as a Jugupsita thing. The whole world appeared as a Jugupsita type of thing, as something to be. Something which creates anguish. Okay, so there is no garden scene in Malti Madhav, but the cemetery is there, and Kamandaki is a type of matha is there, where Madhav and Makaranda, they are studying Nyaya. They come to study Nyaya with Kamandaki. She is a Nayayika and a Buddhist nun and a scholar, a great scholar of her times. This Bhagavati does. That a lady is going to study Vedanta in Uttaramcharita. Atreya is going to study Vedanta. Valmiki Parshvadi Sancharami. Asmin Agastya Pramukha Kilaye Rishaya Vedanta Vidas Santi Tebhyo Digantum Nigamanta Vidyam. Valmiki Parshvadi Sancharami. Here a lady is a great Nayayika and teacher, and from all the corners, from Vidarbha, these boys come to study at her. Although she appears to be more of a Nishashtartha Duti here than a Nayayika and teacher. That is another thing. Otherwise, her dialogues and the way she spells out things, she spells out a kind of philosophy. But for Malti Madhav, you will have immediately an arrangement of Kakshas in a different way than Uttaramcharitam. So every time you stage a particular play, you devise your Kakshas. So the Kaksha is not a permanent arrangement on stage. And in modern performances also you imagine blocks. Okay, so from this block to that block, maybe character, and sometimes there are very measured blocks that you walk these steps and then you will reach in another block. So Kaksha Vibhag is very relevant that way, but it is not a part of architecture, so naturally it is not mentioned there. So this is about her comment. And second comment is about Nratya Katika. Perhaps she wants to suggest that can we have this kind of Kaksha Vibhaga in the gambler's scene. The Samvahaka is being chased. He is a defaulter. He is not paid his dues. He is being chased by Mathur and others. And so this scene is going on the street, and at the same time Vasant Sena is there, and seeing this chase of on the street perhaps. So this zonal division will be very much relevant there, and Matavarni may be used there. Okay. So this much I could understand what Dr. Deshpande was suggesting. We come to 14th. So it starts Vachik Abhinay, and it starts with it is Chanda Vidhanam is named. The titles given in all these editions, and different titles are also given. In Kerala editions, different title. In Kavimala edition, different titles for these chapters, and in Baroda edition, different titles. So either the editors or the copies, they have given their titles as they could understand. Vachik Abhinay may be a better title because it is the beginning of Vachik Abhinay, and Chando Vidhan is a part of Vachik Abhinay. Otherwise, this chapter starts with Varnamala, topics of Vyakarana and language, and then it starts with Chando Vidhan also. First stanza, why I have not written. Yo Vagabhinaya Purvam Maya Prokto Dijottama Talaksham Tasya Vakshami Swarvyanjana Sambhavam. That is why Vagabhinaya or Vachik Abhinay is a better title for this. Bharat Muni says that I have hinted that I have described that 4 types of Abhinayas are there. One of them is Vachik Abhinay. So now I will describe Vachik Abhinay. So Vachik Abhinay beginning with the knowledge of Swaraj and Vyanjanas. This is said in the first. Second Karika says, Vachi yatnastu kartavyo natyasya tanusmrita. An actor or performer should take effort about his speech, about his dialogues or about language, because this is the very body of Natya. Iyam natyasya tanu smrita. This is said to be the tanu or body of Natya performance. Anga nepatya sattvani vakyartham vyanjayantihi. This is very significant that every type of abhinaya would finally culminate into vakyartha. And vakyartha is also a form of vak. That way, in a broad purview, every type of abhinaya, whether it is angik or vachik or sattvika, will ultimately be formulated and understood in a vakyartha. So vakyartha is also rasa, but vakyartha is a form of vakya, is a form of vak. So every abhinaya is connected to vachik abhinaya. Every act on theatre is a form of vak, is a manifestation of vak, you see. It comes out from vak and it culminates into vak. Okay. But there he says vakyartha is pratibha. So every pratiti or vakyartha and a form of vak. That way, whatever we do on stage or theatre will be vakyartha and a form of vak. So then the pervasive nature of Vak. Vangmayani Shastrani, Vangnishthani Tataivacha. All the Shastras are Vangmay, created out of Vak. Vangnishthani, they are enshrined, imbued Vak in Vak. Tasmad Vacha Param Nasti Vak hi Sarvasya Karanam. There is nothing beyond Vak in theatre. Whatever form of theatre and whatever type of theatre is being done, it cannot go beyond Vak. It is all a formulation of Vak. Vak he, invariably Vak is the cause of everything that is practiced in theatre. So the whole philosophy of Vak, which comes from the Vedas, okay, Vagya Vishwa Bhunani Jagge, and the Vak Sukta in Rig Veda. So in the beginning there was word, speech was there in the beginning, and out of that everything was created. So this philosophy of Vak is there in Natya Shastra, and this has not appeared properly. So Abhinav Gupta has elaborated upon these 2-3 stanzas in so many pages, and the whole philosophy from Vakya Padiyam, with all the due respects for Bhartrihari, he has introduced here, and we don't have time. He also says that, raises the question that you also say that the use of the word bhavas, shangara and rasa would be a dosha in a kavya. It would not lead to rasa, but he says no, because shabdanam chittavrittim prati shabdanam bahirangatvam iti tu asat, because everything is a manifestation of chittavritti. So Vak is a chittavritti and it manifests in the form of speech. So it is interconnected. So it is correlated. So from the point of view of Shastra, all the terms you can use, and they will not come in the way of rasa realization also. Otherwise Bharat Muni would not be using these terms. So even if in a kavya you use them, rasa realization would be there. So he cites so many examples as Mamata does, that sometimes you can use Shangara and Rasa and Bhava and the names of Bhava also. So the very sense of them in Abhidha would rather support the Rasa realization. This is what he is trying to drive at. And Ramyani Viksha Madhurani Shamya Shabdan Bhavasthirani Janantar. This stanza is cited by him in the 6th chapter to explain the rasa realization, the process of rasa realization also, and very significantly he interprets it there. But here also the bhava, the term bhava as such is used. So this apart, he how he this iya bhava nam, where is it? Because this is not appearing properly here. So yes, ये भावानां सत्ता संबंधनिज लक्षणार्थ क्रियाकारित्वादि कृतम यत् सत्वं तत् प्रधानक बोधत्व भूतं शपथ शरणं तस्य बोधस्य पारमैश्वर्यं स्वातंत्र्यं प्रत्यवमर्शात्मकमेव जड़ वैलक्षण्यदायीति विभक्तम् अस्मत् परम गुरुपादैहि प्रत्यभिज्ञादौ. I think Param Gurupad is Utpal Deva, because Abhinav Gupta's Guru was Lakshman Gupta, Lakshman Gupta's Guru was Utpal Deva. And what Utpal Deva has said, that whatever bodh we have of different bhavas ultimately would result into the bodh of Swatantriya, freedom, and it will be Pratyavarshatmaka, and it will distinguish all kind of realizations from the insentient, from the realizations or bodh of insentient beings. So it is a Chetan bodha, and it is Pratyavamersha is a technical term. Aham Pratyavamersha, Pratyavamersha. The very experience of I, seeing I, something like that. Prati Vimarsha. That ultimately happens when the sadhaka proceeds to attain Maheshwarahood, or he becomes at par with Shiva. So because Shiva is the form of Aham Pratyavamersha itself. So the ultimate bodha resulting from all types of cognitions, ultimately in process in the form of Aham Pratyavamersha, is Vagatmaka. So evam Vageva Bhasika Saivacha Nirvahiki. Vag is the Avbhasak, illuminator of everything, and it functions all way around. It does the Nirvahan work for. And the Avbhasanaivahi Paramarthato Nirvanam. The Avbhasana or reflection which happens in this process through Vak is Nirvana. Then he Vagya Vishwabhunani etc. Then he says Shrute Shabda Vivartadi Rupatvam Cha Prasaditam Tatra Bhartyahari Pravratibihi Iti Tadihanu Saraniyam. You should connect it, the whole passage in Bharat Muni Vacha Param Nasti Vagi Savasya Karanam. So in Shruti the idea of Shabda Brahma Vivartavada as explained by Bhartrihari, that we should remember here, and a lot of further explanation about Vak is there. So this is perhaps is the philosophical background which Abhinav Gupta wants to point out here. This I have explained. तथा यद उच्यते व्यतिरेका भावान रसादयः शब्दवाच्याः. If you use the word Shangara, rasa realization may not be there, and if you do not use it, rasa realization would happen. This type of Anvaya and Vyatirek Vyapti you cannot always make. Otherwise, it will be impossible to function, to proceed in a drama performance or in a kavya. So Vak in Abhidha also would be essential, and Vak, all the manifestations of Vak are there. With this, in this background, Bharat Muni takes up various categories of Vyakarana. So Vyakarana is a part of this Vachika Vinaya. But the idea is that an actor should know grammar properly. Okay. So you should practice Varnamala also. So it begins from Agamana Akhyat Nipat Upsarga Samas Taditer Yukta Sandhi Vachana Vibhakti Upagraha Niyukto Vachika Abhinaya. These are the categories of Vachika Abhinaya. They are named only. Okay. Then all these categories are there in language. So in a drama performance, what languages you use? So in his times it is Sanskrit and Prakrit. Okay. So Dividham hi Smritam Pathyam Sanskritam Prakritam Tatha. Two types of Pathya, text are there, Sanskrit and Prakrit. And I will speak about their Vibhaga, their divisions, Yathavat Anupurvasha, systematically in a way, in a order. So he now takes up the Vyanjanas and Swaras and the grammatical categories which are common in Sanskrit and Prakrit. Vyanjanani Swarashaiva Sandhayot Vibhaktaya Nama Kyato Pasargashcha Nipatas Taditas. Here again repeated. Etai Angai Samasaishcha. Etai Angai Samasaishcha. Nana Dhatu Samashrayam. With all these angas, vowels, consonants, sandhis, junctions, vibhaktis, and naam, sangya, akhyat, kriya, upsarg, prefixes, suffixes, nipatas, tadhit, samas, all the dhatu part and dhatus. The Sanskrit and Prakrit part has all these. Okay. And I will now explain how they are used. So akaradhyah swaragya aukarantash chaturdasha. There are 14 vowels beginning from akar to aukara. Okay. Hakaradini, hakarantani, kadini, vyanjanani, vidurbuda. Beginning from kakar to akar, vyanjanas are there. Simple thing. So Swarash Chaturdasha. They are Chaturdash in Panini Varmala also. I don't grammar is not my subject because Dirghal is here. Dirghal Rikar is also there. That makes and Ekar normally Ayunrildik Evom Evoch. The Swaraj are counted that way. Dirghas are implied. But here, because an actor should learn Rasva and Dirgha properly, so they are distinctly to be pronounced, and he should know 14 vowels. Then Vyanjanas are well known, beginning from Kakar to Hakar. Kaka Gaganga, Chacha Jajaya, Tata Dadana, Tata Dadana, Papa Varama, Yara Lava Shasa Ha. Iti Vyanjana Varga. Very clear. वर्गे वर्गे समाख्यातौ दौ वर्णौ प्राग अवस्थितौ अघोषा इति ये त्वन्ये सघोषाः प्रकीर्तिता संप्रकीर्तिता अघोष एंड सघोष. Okay, in every varga, kavarg, tavarg, chavarg, pavarg. Okay, two varnas are aghosha and others are saghosha. This aspirants, non-aspirants, whatever. Ashtav sthanani varnanam. There are 8 places for pronunciation. Okay. Uras, kantha, throat, and shiras. Shiras is cerebral. Okay. And jivha mula, the root of the tongue. Danta, teeth. Nasika, nose. And oshtav, labials. And Talu is palate. Okay. These are the 8 places from which you pronounce these diverse sounds. This we have studied in Laghu Siddhant Kaumudi when we used to read, it is there. I didn't study much of grammar, but this much I remembered. Aku Visajaniyanam Icheshanam Talu, Riturashanam Mudha. All these things. Ritulasanam Danta. So, Akar, Kakha, Ganga, and Hakar, they are, and Visarga, they are Kantya, guttural. Ikar, Chacha, Jajaya, Yakar, and Talavya Shakar, Shah. हमारे यहाँ स्कूल में कहते थे शकर वाला शाह, बोलो बच्चों शकर वाला शाह. Then सब कहते थे शक्कर वाला सा.
सरोते वाला सा.
Yes. So, E, Chacha, Jajaya, and Yakar and Shakar, they are palatal and Talavya. Ritu Rashanam, Ri, Tata Dadhana, Rakar and Shakar, Murdhanya Shakar is cerebral. So in Thailand, Chirapat Prapandavidya would be asking me, what is the difference between Ka and Ga, and Sha and Cha? And I pronounced before him 10 times, Ka, Ga, and he would not he could never understand. He always listened it Ka as such. Always, whenever I say Ga, he would not listen. So this happens. So therefore, an actor should learn that these are the Kanthyas, and these are Sagoshas and these are Aghoshas. Such a great scholar, Chirapat Prapandavidya. So Ritulasanam, Rikar, Tatha Dadhana, Lakar and Sakar, they are Dantya. And Upu Padmaniyanam Oshtau. I learned that way. So Upu Padmaniyah Oshthyah. Ukar, Papa Papama and Upadmaniya. They are labials or Oshtya. Papa iti Papabhyam Prag Ardha Visarga Sadrisha Upadmaniya. So very clearly it is, the whole grammar is there. So when you say Kapih Patati, so the up-like sound, Kapih Patati. So in Sanskrit Bharati Sambhashan Shir, they will say Kapih Patati. They will not pronounce perhaps Upadmaniya. But normally we pronounce Upadmaniya. It is very naturally. And Jivamuli also. So Kapih Karoti. So kapihi, karoti. In this way we normally do not say. So this sound comes very naturally. That is called Upadmani and Jivha Muliya. And it is written that way. Two inverted commas turned upside down each other. So these are the Jivha Muliyas and okay. I am reading this out because maybe there are students from theatre and they have not studied Sanskrit Varnamala. So that is why Natya Shastra caters for all. Okay. It's such a wonderful text. So AI iti kantha talavya. AI is they are kantha talavya guturo palatal. O iti kanthyoshthyo. O they are kanthyoshthya guturo labial. Vakaro dantyoshtha. Vakar is dantyoshtha. Dantyoshtha, that is dento labial. Ya nga ya na na ma anunasika. They are nasals. Visarjaniya aurasya. Visarjaniya comes from uras, that is chest. Ityeke, this is one view. Sarva varnana mukham sthanam ityapare. He knows the diverse views. I don't know whether when we are teaching grammar we are citing these views. I am not aware. But sarvesham varnana mukham sthanam. This is one view. That mukha is the sthan for pronouncing all the varnas, so need not say these are the kanthyas, these are the oshtyas, these are the murdhanyas. Say just that we are pronouncing them from our mouth, and that is the sthana for all. This is one view which perhaps Bharat Muni doesn't agree, whether because he is describing different sthanas. Okay. Again he is repeating what happens that the prose pieces describe something and the verses sum up that. And there is a structure, this is a typical structure of Natya Shastra. Atra arye bhavatah, atra aryaha bhavanti, atra parikara shloka, atra anuvansha shloko bhavatah. So these are verses coming to him from tradition, anuvansha shlokas or aryas. So he is citing them, and sometimes to sum up he is giving them. So it is the same thing. The two varnas in each group are Ghosha and the remaining are Aghosha and remaining one are Ghosha, etc. etc. So ete Ghosha Ghosha Kanthyoshthya Dante Jivha Anunasikya Ushmana Stalavya Visarjaniyascha Bodhavyaha. The actors should learn. It is for the actors, performers. It is not for poets and it is not for scholars also. And it is not for teachers who Sanskrit scholars, teachers, whosoever might be here, but others may learn them. So these are the sounds. Okay. Okay. So again he is citing ga ga nga ja ja ya da dha na da dha na ba ba ma yara lava, they are ghosh, ka kha cha cha ta tha ta tha pa kha, they are aghosh. Okay. We will leave it. It is again repeating the same. Then Savarna, the concept of Savarna. Yai me swaras chaturdash nirdishtas tatravai dash samana. 10 out of these 14 swaras are Savarnas or Samana. Purva dirgha, purva rasva tesham parascha dirgho avgantavya. आपको जो लिखा बताया है ब्लैक बोर्ड पे लिख करके 14, उसमें से पहला वाला बच्चों रस्व जानो, उसके आगे वाला दीर्घ जानो. This is you should know like that. A is rasva and A is dirgha. That way. Ittam vyanjana yogai swareshya. Pardon. Sakhyat नाम पद विहितैः काव्य निबंधाश्चस्युर धातु निपातो sargascha. Kavya nibandhas will be formulated out of these, out of the combination of these varnas, swaras, akyatas, dhatus, namas, etc. Okay, every dramatic, every script would have this varnamala and all these things. Therefore, the poet, the author also should learn proper varnamala, nahin to ashuddha likhega. That way. Then the definition of shabda. एभिर व्यंजन वर्गैर नामाख्यातोपसर्ग निपातैः तद्धित संधि विभक्ति अधिष्ठिता शब्द इत्युक्तः. अधिष्ठिता enshrined in these Vyanjan Vargas, Kavarga, Chavarga, Tavarga, etc., and enshrined with these Akhyat, Upsarga, Nipatas, with Tadhit, Sandhi and Vibhaktis, Shabda is there. Purvachari Ruktam, Shabdanam Lakshanam Samasa Yogena. He is aware of a tradition coming down, tradition of grammar. So Purvacharyas, the earlier Acharyas, earlier masters of the theory, they have propounded this Shabda Lakshana. In brief, so they have given this Shabda Lakshana in brief. I will explain it in detail. Vistarsha Punareva Prakranavasha Sampravakshami. I will again come to it. I will again explain it in detail whenever there is an occasion. Okay. He is explaining again here also. Artha Pradhanam Nam Syad Akyatam to Kriya Kritam. Nam will be Artha Pradhana. Nam will have the dominance of meaning, and Akyat is Kriya Pradhana. Kriya Dhatu is there in Akyata. Dyotayanti Upasargastu Vishesham Bhava Sanshrayam. The Upasargas or prefixes indicates some specific meaning when they are enjoined to a Kriya. So this Shabda, he says, Tat Prahu Saptavidham. Tat Padam or Sa Shabda Saptavidha Ukta Tat Padam Saptavidham Prahu. Vibhakti Nam Saptavidhatvat. Because there are 7 vibhaktis, Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Saptami, up to Saptami. So because of the 7 vibhaktis, the Shabda becomes 7 types. And 6 Karakas are there. Okay. Leaving apart the vibhakti, the Sambodhan and this Shashti vibhakti. Okay. So Sambandha will not be the Karak. So 6 Karakas are there. Nirdesha, Sampradana, Apadana, these are the Sangyas. Sampradana, Apadana, it should be Apadana, I think. Apadana. I think it should be Apadana. So, okay. Yeah, okay. And Namakhyātartha Vishayam Vishesham Dyotayantite Prathak Tatropasargebhyo Nipata. The definition of Nipata. So those who indicate something special about the Nam and Akhyata, and they are different from the Upsargas, they are Nipata, Tu, He, etc. Then Samprati Atita Kala Kriyadi Sanyos. Samprati is Vartman Kal, Atit is past. So all these Kala Kriya, so enjoined with these. And Pratit Sadhyam, the Sadhya is well known. Sadhya or Kriya. Vachanam Nagat Yuktam. What is Nagat? Vachanam Nagati. Nagat Yuktam is maybe here. Sudrashasa, I don't understand. Anyway. Vachanam Na Agat. Na Agat is in the sense of Anagat or future sense. Maybe. Susadrasha Sanyojana Vibhaktam. Well arranged and in divisions, well arranged in divisions. Panchashata Dhatu Yuktam. Having 500 dhatus. This may be interesting. And that is why I say that Natya Shastra must be an ancient text, because 500 dhatus only are known to them. Otherwise, there are many more, I think. There are 2000. So, Panchashata Dhatu Yuktam. And in the dramas that were performed up to Bharat Muni's times, maybe 500 dhatus only were used. Later on, the later dramatists might have used many other dhatus. Authors like Bhavabhuti, so many kriyas they use, and Rajshekhara, they are very rich in language. So, but he says Panchashata Dhatu, 500 dhatus are there. Panchagunam is a very vague term, Panchavidham. But
5 times 500, sir.
5 times 5
is the meaning. Gunam. Panchagunam.
Then 2500. Panchashat dhatu yuktam panchaguna. Then all the translators have not given the, yeah, you are right, that may be the idea. Then again he said, okay. So if you take this Panchashata Dhatu Yuktam, many, almost all the translators have rendered it as 500 Dhatus. N.P. Unni and Babulal Shukla, but you are right. So then there are 2500 Dhatus. But again it is Panchavidha. So Panchavidha is Nam Dhatu Akhyat Upsarga Nipata. Then it is correct, you are right. Swadhyadhikar Gunair Artha Visheshair Vibhushita Nyasam. Suadi Adhikar Gunas and Artha Visheshas are there. So having Vibhushita, Alankrita with them, and Pratik Padikartha Linger Yuktam. It is enjoined with the Artha meaning of Pratipadik and Linga, gender. It is 5 types of this word are there as they have been listed. Okay, this is again a repetition. I will omit it. The same thing is repeated. Okay. लोके प्रकृति प्रत्यय विभाग संयोग सत्व वचनैश्च तांस्तान पूरयतेर्थांस तेषु यस् तद्धितस् तस्मात्. The definition of tadhita, tasmai hitam tadhitam. So in loka vyavhara, when we use speech, prakriti pratyaya vibhaga sanyoga tat sattva vachaneshcha tanstan arthan teshu purayate. It supplements all the meanings or connotations of these prakriti pratyaya vibhaga janit sanyoga. Therefore it is called tadhita. Then ekasya bahunam va dhator lingasya va padanam va vivijhanti artham yasmat vibhaktayas tenataha proktaha. Vibhakti is called vibhakti because they divide the meanings of the roots, gender and padas. Their meanings they divide into categories. Then the definition of sandhi is there. So the Visishtastu Swara Vyanjanam Vapi Yogta Sandhiyate Pade. There is a junction of specific swaras and specific vowels and consonants. So that is called Sandhi. Varna Pada Krama Siddha Padeki Yogacha Varna Yogacha Sandhi. Again it is repeated. Okay. Lupta Vibhaktir Nam Ekartham Samvarat Samas. It is a definition of Samas. So Vibhakti goes there, okay. Vibhakti disappears, Vibhakti lop is there, and samhar is there, compression is there, and one meaning is attained by that samhara compression, that becomes samasa, and tatpurush bahubrehi dvandudij etc. These 6 types of samasas are there. In 40th he says ebhi shabd vidhanehi विस्तार व्यंजनार्थ संयुक्तैः पदबन्धः कर्तव्या निबद्ध बन्धास्तु चूर्णावा. The poets and the performers should use the padbandhas, which may be use the padas in sentences with the shabda vidhana having swaraj and vyanjanas. So they may be nibaddha padas or churna padas. So churna padas is scattered, alag alag, differently they are used, and they are joined together through samasa or bandha. Then the definition of pada vibhaktyantam padam geyam nibaddham churnam evacha. A word having vibhakti becomes pada. It is it may be nibaddha or churna. It may be a samasa or one bandha, or it may different padas may be used in a sentence. Tatra churna padasyeha sannibodhata lakshanam. I am defining the churna pada. Anibaddha padam chando vidhana aniyataksharam. That which has not been arranged in a bandha, in a structure of a versified form, is anibaddha pad and churna. It is not in the order of a chando vidhana, in some prosodical order, and arthapekshi. It expects the meaning. It has meaning, and aksharasyutam. It has syllables that such word or use of such word separately is Churna Pada structure. Then Nibaddhakshara Sanyuktam. So you may say that Gadya and Padya roughly as they are defined in Kavya Shastra. So Gadya, Padya both are used in a dramatic text. So Nibaddhakshara Sanyuktam Yaticheda Smanvitam Nibaddham tu Padam Geyam Pramana Niyatatmakam. So Nibaddhakshar, the syllables are occurring in a sequence of tempo and yati and pas. Ched is pas, virama. Yati ched is pas, virama. So that becomes Nibaddha Pada. So it has a definite structure in yati and lai. Okay. एवं नानार्थ संयुक्तैः पादैर्वर्ण विभूषितैः चतुर्भिस्तु भेदयुक्तं छंदो वृत्ताभिधानवत्. Enjoined with artha, pada and varna, with these chando and enjoined with chandas and vrittas, the structure of nibaddha would be like this. It will have this chanda vritta vidhan also. Then he comes to chandas, the division of chandas, and it's a very important exposition of Chando Vidhana. Okay, Shadvinshati Pradhanyavi Padaish Chandasi Sankhya. So there are 26 division having different quarters of these chandas, and they have three categories for the Sam, Ardha Sam and Visham. Okay, if all the four quarters have equal number of syllables or equal number of matras, then it will be Sam. If first and third, second and fourth, or first two and last two, they are Sam, then it is Ardha Sam. And if all the four quarters are differently structured, then it is Visham. Then Chando Yuktam Smasena Trividham Vrat. So these three types of chanda is there: Sam, Ardha Sam and Visham. And there are 26 varieties of it. So Nana Vratti Vinishpanna Sabdasesha Tanu Smrita. So structured in different vrattis. This is the very body of Shabda. This design of chandas. I have again some. The numbers have also not stayed in. Okay. Anyway, so this is the very body of Shabda, which comes out of different types of arrangements. Chando hinon shabdosi na chanda shabda varjitam tasmat tubha sanyogo natyasyodhyotaka smrita. There is no word without chandas, and there is no chandas without shabda. Okay. Tasmat tubha sanyoga, the union of both these two illuminates Natya. The idea is that the whole universe is percolated with chandas. So whatever we do, whatever we speak is chandas. Okay, this is the philosophy. Etre Mahidasa says, so chandas itself is universal. This is what he says. And Dividham Chilpam Devam cha Manusham cha Tat Sarvam Chandomayam, something like that Etre Mahidasa says. So that is a different topic. When I am required to say something on Indian aesthetics, I say that there is Etre Mahidasa, who is the first great aesthetician in the world history of aesthetics, because Etre Brahmana is about written around 1000 BC, and is defining Samskriti, Shilpa, and the process of art process, Atma Samskritir Vai Shilpam, Chando Mayam Va, Ebhir Yajmana Atmanam Samskurte. Then he gives examples also. Two types of Shilpas are there. And Natyashastra has some linkage to that. In the first chapter also, there is an echo of Etre Mahidasa. And here also. So the whole universe is a chandas created by the divine being, you can say. Devasya Pashya Kavyam na mamarana jiryati. The whole universe is a kavya created by the Deva. This Aitreya Mahidasa takes up to build up an aesthetic philosophy, and this is reflected here. So there is nothing beyond Chandas. So everything is structured in Chandas. And this is our philosophy. So we as human beings move in Chandas. आदमी जो है छंद का पुतला है, उसको छंद के बाहर उसका कहीं अस्तित्व नहीं है. This is the idea, as I understand it. So the philosophy of Chandas, and nothing happens on stage without Chandas. Everything is structured in Laya, Yati and Gati. That makes Chandas. So every performance is structured in Chandas. So everything is Chandas that way. So, and therefore one should take effort that Chandas is maintained through specific Laya, Yati and Gati. This part, these are the divisions beginning from Ukta, which has one syllable, and ending in 26th syllable Utkrati. So the whole Pingal Shastra is there. There are correspondence with Pingal Shastra. I think Pingala preceded perhaps Bharat Muni, and the names are different in Pingala. He also begins with Ekakshar Chanda, one syllable. So defining one syllable as one, defining the beginning from Chanda having one syllable only means that every syllable is a Chanda. प्रत्येक अक्षर छंद है. So whatever we say, whatever we speak, every syllable that we use is a form of chandas. So ekaksharam bhaved uktam. Ukta chanda is of one syllable. Atyuktam dvyaksharam bhaved. Atyukta is the second, has two syllables. Madhya is three syllables. Pratishtha chaturakshara. Okay. And Supratishtha 5, Gayatri Shat. Okay. Normally for the use of Nibaddha type of text, they start from Gayatri. ये दिखाने के लिए है that ekakshar chanda can also be there, dvyakshar can also be there. One syllable, two syllable, three syllable, four syllable chandas can be there. Up to 5 syllables chandas can be there, but in practice, because you should have some gati, yati, virama, etc. So normally they start from Shadakshar chanda, that is Gayatri. Okay, so Gayatri Shadakshara, Saptakshara Ushnik having 7 syllables. Anushtup we all know it has 8 syllables in each quarters. So, but the chandas having one syllable can also become a meter. So you will say Shri, Sa, and one syllable in each quarter, 4 quarters, that will make with all gurus and with all laghus. You can have a one syllable chanda. For a performance it is relevant maybe. For poetry, it has nothing to do with poetry as such perhaps. Because the Kutapa sitting there, they may be chanting one syllable chandas. It is up to them. The chanda they choose to. The Gayakas, Vadakas sitting on the Kutapa, they are participants in the whole performance. So they are continuously performing, either singing dhruvas or making some sounds or playing drums or accompanying these songs with the Veena recital, everything. So they may just be saying Om, Om, but then Om is one syllable, and if they say 4 times Om, then it is one chandas, that is Ukta. Okay. So that may be Ukta chanda. So they are reciting a chanda, you can say. So that way it is relevant in Natya Shastra to start with one syllable chandas, to also delineate the philosophy of Chandas as propounded by Aitreya Mahidasa, that there is nothing beyond Chandas in our life, in this universe, and in our speech. So therefore they begin with Ekakshar Chanda. So Saptakshara is Ushnik, Ashtakshara is Anushnik, Navakshara is Brahati. These are all well-known Vedic Chandas. And the Prastara of these Vedic Chandas makes several Lokik Chandas. So that somewhere else I have noted how many Chandas from Brahati, how many Chandas from Trishtup. Jakti is very popular because it is Dwadashakshara. So, but here I have not, I did not bring that. I have a chart. So Upendra Vajra, Indra Vajra, they will come perhaps from Jakti, and when we discuss Prastara, how these Vedic Chandas result into various Chandas for our poetry, beginning from mostly from Anushtup. Gayatri may not be perhaps there. Okay. So Brahati hai is Navakshara, Pankti Dashakshara, 10 syllables Pankti, 11 syllables Trishtup, Dwadashakshara Jakti, and Trayodashakshara Ati Jagati. One syllable is increasing. So beginning, so that makes them 26. Okay. So last Chandas, that is Utkrati, has 26 syllables. Beyond 26 syllables, it is either Dandaka, or he will say what it, Chandas will be there. Even if you structure a quarter of 27, 28 or 30, 32 syllables, but normally in the Vedic line of prosody, in the tradition of Vedic prosody, beginning from 1 to 26, these are the meters or chandas. So, Trayodashakshara Ati Jagati. Ati Jagati has 13, Shakvari has Chaturdash or 14, Ati Shakvari is 15, Panchadash, Shodashashti, Ashti has 16, Atyashti has 17, Dhrati has Ashtadash or 18, Ekon Vinshati 19. My goodness, something very wrong is it. Ati Dhrati or something? Ati Dhrati. Ati Dhrati. Kratir Vinshati Revcha 20. Krati. Prakratishchaika Vinshatya. Prakrati is 21. And Dvavinshati Akrati. Akrati is 22. Vikrati is 23. And Sankrati is Chaturvinsha, that is 24. Ati Krati is Panchavinshati, 25. And Utkrati is the last in this gamut. It has 26. Then he says, Ato Adhikaksharam Chando Mala Vrattam Tadishyate. Beyond that, if a Padya Rachna has more than 26 syllables, then it will become Mala Vratta. It is called Dandak also somewhere. Okay. He will say the Dandak is there. Okay. Then Chandasam tu tathayete Vedaha Prastara Yogatah. Etesham Chandasam Prastara Yogatah Vedaha Asankhya Pramanani Vrattani Bhavanti Tani Buddha Ahu. The various varieties of these chandas through Prastara Yoga. Prastara is a kind of expansion, and Prastar Vidhi he will speak. So through the expansion or Prastara of these chandas, several vrittas arise, which may be numerous, which may be infinite in counting. Okay, it's a very significant thing. And the use of word chandas and vratta. So chandas is a pervasive term. Everything is chandas, as Aitreya Mahidas says, as chando hinona shabdosti, na chandas shabda varjitam, as Bharatmuni himself says, so nothing beyond chandas. But when that chandas is delimited, it becomes vratta. So vratta itself would mean a avachchedak. Vratta is a circle. So the unlimited expansion of chanda is brought in a limited structure in a vratta. Then chandas would result into several vrattas. Otherwise, everything we do, we speak, may be chandas. अगर छंदस नहीं है तो हम ठीक से आदमी नहीं है. We are not good human beings. We do not realize that everything we are doing, saying, speaking is a chandas. In some persons, I find that whatever they are doing, speaking, is in a kind of pattern. Their whole life is structured in a chandas. Like Gandhi ji. I unfortunately can see him in his old films. But whatever he does, whatever he speaks, even if he cannot pronounce properly, सबको सही बोलते हैं गांधी जी हमेशा, but गांधी जी के लिए नहीं. So everything he does, it is a whole life is in chandas. After the South Africa incident, when he is transformed, he is thrown out of train and he sits whole night on the station, and something happens inside, and he becomes. And the transformation was not all that sudden. You see, he gradually evolved. The Gandhi from that day on gradually evolved. So in the last image of him that I could study is the account of Gandhi in the last month, 1st January to 30th January, when he was murdered. Almost every day's account, minute to minute, by Manuben Gandhi. That is Antim Jhanki, that girl of 16-year-old. She was living with him, and every minute she was with him. And she was noting everything in a diary. That Gandhiji checked every night also. Whatever she has written is right or not. इतना पेशाब उन्होंने किया, इतना प्याला आज पानी पिया, इतने बजे फिर वो प्रार्थना सभा में गए थे, वहाँ बम हुआ था, वैसे सब लोग भागने लगे. उन्होंने कहा बैठे रहो, कोई बात नहीं, कुछ हुआ है, वो लोग जवाहर वगैरह देखेंगे, हम जारी रखेंगे. 3 दिन पहले उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं मर सकता हूँ लेकिन कोई बात नहीं है, मैं मर जाऊंगा तो कोई बात नहीं होगी, मुझे उसका कोई वो नहीं है. Then this Godse, everything, Godse episode. So whatever I study him, as I find that the whole life is being lived in a chandas, in a pattern, in a rhythmic pattern. Whatever in the last decade of his life he was doing in Sevagram. In some great poets also, when I see, so the way the poetry becomes a part of their whole living being, so they become rhythmic patterns in themselves. So some poets are there. One of the Hindi poets I saw, he was a gay. He was very refined type of man, very cultured, elite, and he understood Sanskrit traditions. He was very learned type of man. So when you saw him, you feel that he is a man structured in tempo, lay, gati, yati. Everything he does has a rhythmic pattern. So that is why Yatre Mahidasa and Bharat Muni become very relevant for us. That they tell us what is our view of life and what sort of life we should have been living in this Vedic life. So Chandas is a part of this life that way. And then Chandas is a part of performance also. That Chandas, when encircled, becomes a Vratta. When it is brought in a circle. So therefore it is called Vratta also. So then the different kinds of Vrattas are there. And so the Prastara would be there. Prastar Vidhi, they will speak. The method of Prastara, that is complicated also. And we will try to understand it. But here the number of Prastaras he is giving. Okay. So Sadakshara Gayatri would result into 64. Okay. Gayatri Pravritti Tvesham Pramanam Samvidhiyate. I will now speak the Pramana that Gayatri after Prastara would assume. The numbers beginning from the Gayatri Chanda, these Chandas would assume in the forms of Vrattas. So Prayogjani Sarvani Prayasho Na Bhavantihi. All the Prastaras of a Chandas may not be used in performance. For example, there are 256 Prastaras of Anushtup or 64 prastaras of Gayatri. But all the 64 prastaras of Gayatri and 256 prastaras of Anushtup may not be used. But the Shastra can classify and define them, define their names also. It is possible to do that, though it has not been done. Also 256 varieties of Anushtup. तो आपको 256 नाम निकालना पड़ेंगे. प्रस्तार के बाद it will become 256. But since all the 256 are not to be used, those who have a specific tempo and gati and yati, they will become usable as vrattas of a chanda in a kavya. Others will be counted in Shastra, but they will not be used practically. So he says, Prayogyani Sarvani Prayasho na bhavanti. Mostly all of them are not to be used. Vrattani Chatusharshir Gayatyam Kirtitani. There are 64 vrattas of Gayatri after Prastara. Shatam Vinshati Rashtaucha. 126 vrattas of Ushnik, which is 7 syllables. And Shat Panchashat Chate Dvecha. 256 vrattas of Anushtup. Okay. So the permutation of 8 in Laghu Guru would make 256. How will it make? We will see. Okay. Then in this way their numbers after Prastara is counted. So Shatani Pancha 512 in Brahati, which is 9 syllable. Then Panktyam Sahasram Vrittanam Chaturvinshati Revacha. In Pankti 1024. In Trishtub it is 2048. Dve Sahasre Chatwarinshat Tatha Ashta. Then in Jagati, which is 12 syllables, it is 4096. Sahasranyapi Chatwari 4000. Navatisha Shaduttara 96. Okay. And in Ati Jagati, Jagatyam Ati Purvayam, Ashtau Sahasrani Shatam Vyadikaha Navatihi, 8192. Okay. Then in Shakvari, it is 16,384. Shrutani Trini Ashitishcha Sahasrani. It is 84. Okay. And in Ati Shakvari, it is Dvatrinshat Sahasrani, 32,000, Saptachaiva Shatani 700, Ashtau Shashtischa 68. So 32,768. Pancha Shashti Sahasrani, Sahasradam Cha Sankhya, Shatrinshat Chaiva Vrattani. How much time?
10 minutes.
So up to, this is chapter 58. Okay. But we will be having one more session after this. I want to finish 16 at least. Okay. This is 14. ये तो 14 ही हम कर रहे हैं. अच्छा. So okay, then we will these numbers are there. Okay, leave them. Up to 26 the Prastara is there. Then finally, what happens that it is 10,48,570. This is for Prakriti. Then 20,97,152. Then it goes on multiplying that way. So we have to reach up to 26. Finally, all the Prastaras, and it comes 13 crore 42 lakh 17,726. This is the calculation for some vrattas only, because there are 3 types. So all these are some vrattas make 13 crore 42 lakh 17,726. In other Acharya, the number is much more than this. Bharata, it is very simple, only 13 crore or something. But these samvrattas, will make Ardhasam and Visham also. So again Prastara of Ardhasam Anushtup and Visham Anushtup will again result. So there is a method to calculate the Prastara of Ardhasam and Visham if you know the Prastara of Sam. That formula is given in Natya Shastra. So I can quickly read it. The following method is adopted for finding out the number of Ardhasama and the Visham Vrittas after their Prastara. If you know the Prastara in Sam, multiply that number with the same number, then subtract the number of Samvrittas from the figure, multiplied figure, to find out the number of Ardhasama Vrittas. Okay, so that will yield into the Prastara of Ardhasama Vrittas. Multiply the number of Ardhasama Vritta again with the same number and subtract the first number from the multiplied figure to find out the total number of Visham Vrittas. आप करके आप देखिए और कुछ कितने करोड़ आता है वो मुझे आप लोग रात को यही homework you do this. Okay. Then I would sum it up. The simple formula is Yamata Rajvan Saglam, whatever it is. So Yagan has one Laghu and two Gurus. Bhagan has one Guru and two Laghus, etc. This is, he defines in detail. And in Shrutavoda, Masti Gurus, Laghusya Akaro, etc. This most of us we know. So these are called trikas. Okay, so all the Akshar Vrittas, there is a Matrik Vritta and there is a Varna Vritta. So all the Varna Vrittas are structured in trikas. Even though that has problem, you see, and the other acharyas have devised other ways to give definitions of the chandas apart from this trika system, because this trika system creates problem. The yatis are not properly defined, but that is another thing. It is a very convenient method of giving the definition and understanding a chandas. If you know the trikas, Magan, Yagan, Bhagan, Sagan, Ragan, Tagan, and Nagan. If you should know what combinations they have. Magan has all the four gurus. Nagan has all the three. Magan has all the three gurus. Nagan has all the three laghus. Tagan has two gurus and one laghu. In the same way. So they are defined there. And since they are very well known, and those who do not know, they can understand them separately. These are very important categories. You see, the Sampad, Viram, Daivat, Sthan, Akshar, Varna, Swar, Vidhi, Vrakta. This is Chandogato Vidhi. The Chandogat, the Vidhi of Chandas has all these categories. They are important categories. So we will take a quick look at them. Nevatiriktam hinamba yat sampadyate krama vidhane chandasamesha sampad ityavi sangita. And there is nothing less and there is nothing additional. Everything is perfect. Then for a chando rachna, it is sampad. Yatrartha samapti syat savirama. When a meaning ends with the quarter of that chanda, that is virama. Padascha padyate dhator chatur. Okay, one quarter is one pada. Okay, ek charan, ek chand ka ek line, pankti, ek pad, ek charan. One quarter of a metric composition. Then there are, just as there are deities for each rasa, Shangaro Vishnu Devatya, Rudra Devatya, Shangar as Vishnu as its deity. In the same way, all these chandas have their devatas. Agnyadi devatam proktam. So they are defined. Sthanam dividam uchyate. Sharir and Dik. Okay, these are the two sthanas. And these lines are somewhat vague. There is no time to discuss them. The idea is that there are three savanas. Pratah Savan, Madhya Savan and Sayam Savan. So different chandas beginning from Utkrati, etc. They are used in these three rituals, in these three savanas. This is what he is suggesting. Okay. Then just as we have varnas or colors for rasas, Shyamo Bhavati Shangara, in the same way all the chandas have their colors. Okay. And we have to use three types of swaraj in recitation of these swaraj, tar, mandra and madhyam. Then I will define their characteristics. Then these categories are there, I think in Pingala also there, that one letter is additional or one letter is missing, then they are called Nichrat and Bhurik. In Anushtup it often happens that sometimes it becomes 7 letter and 1 quarter, and sometimes it is 9 letter. Because Anushtup is most difficult of Chandas. It appears very easy, but it is difficult to comprehend the lay of Anushtup, and often we slip into 7 letter or 9 letter. The Chandas preceding just Anushtup and following it, Ushnik or the preceding one. So it is very deluding Chandas, Anushtup. We should not write Anushtup actually. Shardul Vikrit is very easy. You can write Shardul Vikrit easily. So this is a complicated thing, Chandas. So it will become Nichrat or Bhurik if there is 1 letter missing, 1 letter heen. Then 3 ganas are there. Then yes, these groupings are there. This human chandas, divine chandas, and human divine chandas. Divya chanda, Manush chanda, and Divya Manush chanda. So all these chandas, all the 26, they are grouped into these. Then the Prastar Vidhi is spoken about. Okay. So the Prastar Vidhi, I will not read this. I will try to, I will try to translate it, how to make the Prastara. So first draw a table. That table should have as many houses as are the letters in a quarter of a chanda. If you are making the Prastara of Anushtup, make a table of 8 houses. Okay. 8 खानों वाली एक टेबल आप बनाइए, फिर उसमें या तो आप कंप्यूटर में जाके करके देख लीजिए, उसमें आपके हाउसेज 8 बन जाते हैं, फिर उसमें आगे बढ़ाते जाइए. So first make the table with the number of houses equal to the number of letters in a quarter of the concerned meter. Each of the house in the first row, you fill it with the sign of long letters. Anushtup has 8, so you write 8 gurus in the 8 houses. Okay. In the second row of the 8 houses, you copy all the 8 but make 1 laghu instead of the first guru there. This will make the second row. Okay. And then you go on making the third, fourth, fifth row, replacing the first guru with laghu, and 1 guru should precede the laghu. Okay, go on doing this. अब आप लोग करके देखिए. और 8 अक्षर का जो अनुष्टुप है उसके 256 हाउसेस बनना चाहिए. वो आप रात में आप बैठ के गिनिए. Bring it to me. I tried with the प्रतिष्ठा. Okay. बिकॉज इट इज ओनली हम कहाँ 8 में करेंगे, 256 इतना कागज बड़ा हमारे पास नहीं, उसमें टेबल में कर सकते हैं. सो यू कैन सी प्रतिष्ठा चतुरक्षरा 4 letters you write in a. I couldn't make a house, but okay, this S stands for guru. So 4 gurus. The first guru in the second house is replaced by 1 laghu 3 gurus. Then in the third house you again write guru below the first laghu. Okay, and below the first guru in the second house you have to write laghu, and the other gurus will follow. So there is 1 laghu, the 1 laghu preceded by guru and followed by 2 gurus. In the fourth house you again write guru below the first, you again write laghu below the first guru, and then laghu will be naturally there before the laghu, and it will be followed by 2 gurus. In the fifth house again the laghu has to be replaced by the guru. So below the 2 gurus you have to write, below the 2 laghus you have to write 2 gurus. Then this is the third one is guru. It is the first guru here, so the first guru will be replaced by laghu, and next is also laghu. In this way go on doing. So this pratishtha chatur akshara has I think 16. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah. It makes 16 houses. 4 अक्षर का यदि if there is a 4 letter chandas like pratishtha, soham, soyam, this will make 1 quarter of 4 guru in a pratishtha. You can make prastara. So if it is a prastara like this, 1 laghu and 3 gurus, sa ahedam, it will be the first quarter of this second prastara. This will be, So out of the 16 prastaras of Pratishtha, you can also write various shlokas, four letter quarter shlokas. The names of these 16 types are not given because all of them may not be used as Bharat Muni says. So this now there are matrik chandas are also, and the matras also will be written in. So for two matras you will write Guru sign. For one matra you will give Lagu sign. The prastar vidhi, the method of prastar will be the same. Otherwise, if you know some mathematics, you go to permutation. Okay, ये भी आप कर सकते हैं. So this okay, you can go for permutation. Formula is NPR, where N is the total number of objects, P stands for permutation, and R is the amount of options. For example, 8 is the number of syllables in Anushtup, so 8 is N here. Okay, and number of choices are 2, Laghu and Guru in Anushtup, so 8 P 2. Then if you calculate it through permutation process, it will be 256. 8 multiplied by 2, 16, and the square of 16 is 256. Again, this is the same. Then matrik chandas are also defined by Bharat Muni, and Nashta Uddishta Vibhag is also very important. So Nashta Kriya is the method for locating a particular vritta in a particular series. Wonderful thing. This is a wonderful whole system of chandas in. So how to know what chandas is there in the whole prastaras? So that is called Nashta Kriya. So there is a method for locating. अगर आपने 256 बना लिए तो इसमें से कौन सी variety वाला छंद कौन सा है? For knowing that, the method is there. So okay, this I have told you. And Ardha Sama and Vishama, how they are calculated. The same thing he is speaking about the Prastara. Okay, we end here. Sorry. Thank you very much.
Questions? No questions?
Okay, so we come to.
Understanding the last question.
Okay, we come to the next
Very good
chapter.
ask question.
I know.
Mr. God open.
I know. Could have been.
Chandas
Yeah.
is a chapter that is tough.
Come to the 15th chapter.
Yes.
I will try to. We have half an hour.
Half an hour, yes.
Okay. Fifteenth chapter is, you are right, questions should not be asked now because chapter 15th is in sequence to 14. So after, these are the chandas. Now by prastara they will result various vrittas. Practically vrittas are for our use. Okay. So vrittas are very important for different meters. Okay. So we will try to cover as many as possible because ये तो बहुत है, अपार है. अब दुनिया की किसी भाषा में ऐसी छंदस संपदा नहीं है. So when I said that in Sanskrit we are using around 500 meters. So there were young poets in a gathering. They called me. They have formed a society. Now they are turning to poetry with rhythm. So they became almost wonderstruck. 500,000 छंद हो सकते हैं. मैंने कहा हो सकते हैं. So they again called me. So I told them that basically there may be 26 and the prastara they will result in many. Out of that at least 300-400 तो छंद शास्त्र के ग्रंथों में बताए जाते हैं. More than 300-400 coming up to Vritta Ratnakar of Kedar Bhatta and Chando Manjari of Gangadas. A wonderful word when we incorporate the Lokik chandas also, like Panchatika is Chopai and even what is Marathi chanda, Oli,
Ovi.
Ovi. In Sanskrit tradition, they make it standardized. So it is such a vast area. Okay, because Varnik chand is also there, Matrik chand is also there. So in vernaculars, Matrik chandas are there mostly. Chopai and Doha, they are Matrik chandas, but there is a room for them. So then Tanu Madhya, the first chanda, out of Prastar of Gayatri. So if the first two and last two are gurus, and the middle, the third and fourth, they are laghus. So it will be Tagan and Sagan. Tagan and Sagan, Tasa will make Tanu Madhya. Santyakta Vibhusha Vrishtanjana Netra Astarpit Ganda Kimtam Tanu Madhya. So this as a dhruva also this can be sung. It can be recited. There is a difference between recitation of a chandas and singing a chandas. And the yati will be on 6/6 normally, so it is very easy. So Tanu Madhya is the first prastar. Makarak Shirsha is Laghu Gana Ado Bhavati. Yeah, first four are Laghu and the last two are Guru. This is the variety of Gayatri. It is called Makarak Shirsha. Makarak Shirsha name itself is Chandas Makarak Shirsha. Okay. If you recite Makarak Shirsha 4 times, it will become Makarak Shirsha Pratta. Makarak Shirsha, Makarak Shirsha, Makarak Shirsha, Makarak Shirsha. It is Makarak Shirsha Vratta. Swayam Upayantam, Bhajasina Kantam, Bhayakarikim Tvam, Makarak Shirsha. Okay, 4 laghus and 2 gurus. Then Malini is different from Malini as we know. Nana ma yaya yuteyam Malini bhogi lokehi. Asita guru samam asita giri samam syat gajjalam sindhu patre surataru shakha lekani patra murui. This is Malini, but this is different because it is a prastar of Gayatri, and that Malini has a different name here. That Malini also comes. So it is Ragan and Magan. Okay. One laghu, one guru, one guru, one laghu, then guru, and then 3 gurus. Shadakshar krite pade laghu yatra dvitiyakam. The second one only is easy definition. 6 syllables are there, and second one only is laghu. All rest are guru. Then it is Malini. Snana gandhadhikyair Vastra Bhusha Yogai Vyaktameva Sautam Malini Prakhyata. Now, all the 6 syllables in all the 64 prastaras of Gayatri will not have a lay and tempo like this Malini or Tanu Madhya is having. So therefore he is showing only those varieties which will make Vratta actually, and which would be usable in a performance. And Malti, Dvitiya Pancham are Laghu and rest are Guru. So this is Sragvini. Sragvini, the structure of Sragvini, only the 2 quarters of Sragvini will make here 4 quarters. Okay. Then Rajabha, 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 Rajabha. This is 1 quarter of Sragvini. And half of it is 1 quarter of Malati. Okay. It is Ragana only. 4 Raganas you can say. Shobhate, Baddhaya, Shatpada, Vidhaya, Malati, Malaya, Manini, Leelaya. Okay, so you can see the lay which is created, the tempo which is created out of the use of 4 Raganas. 2 Raganas in 1 quarter. Then 7 letter Ushnik. After Shadakshara Gayatri, this 7 letter Ushnik comes. So it is the first variety is Uddhata. Uddhata has Ragans. This I have written. Natyashastra doesn't give the definitions in Trikas, Ganas, unfortunately. So I had to labor hard to write the Ganas there because it makes easy. So Ragan, Sagan and Guru. That makes Uddhata. Otherwise, definition in Natyashastra is Dvitiyam cha Chaturtham cha Panchamam cha Yada Laghu. Second one and 4th one and 5th one are Laghu. Remaining ones are Guru. In 7 syllable quarter. Then it is Uddhata. Danta Kranta Katrastram Vyakula Lakashobham Shanshativa Tavasyam Nirdayam Ratayuddham. It will have a different kind of tempo because 7 letters are there, and Ragan and Sagan would create another kind of Yati and Laya. Then Brahmar Malika is more beautiful. It has Tagan, Sagan and one Guru. So Adya Dve Nidhine Chaiva Guru Ni. The first two and the last two are Guru. Middle three are Lagu. Then it is Brahmar Malika. Nana Kusuma Chitre Prapte Surabhimase Esha Brahmati Matta Kante Brahmar Mala. These types of stanzas perhaps were being recited by the Kutapa, they were going on, the chanting was going on, or the characters were speaking. So therefore these vrattas are taken up and they are illustrated. So Brahmar Mala is there. Then the third chanda after Gayatri and Ushnik, it comes 8 letters Anushtup. Simhalekha is the first variety of Anushtup. So it is Ragan, Jagan and 2 gurus. Okay. Rajbha, Javan, Gaga, you can say. So the first, third and last and fifth and seventh, they are Guru, and the remaining 3 are Lagu. Then it is Simhalekha. Yeah, and according to its name, it is a robust kind of chanda, chandas, vratta. Yat tvaya yanek bhavair cheshtitam rahassugatri tan manomama pravishtam vratta madhya simhalekham. All these things. Meaning, we need not undertake. Then matta cheshtitam is chanda like the activities of an intoxicated person. So it has, what is it, Jagana and Ragana and 1 Lagu, 1 Guru. Okay. Here definition in Gana is also given. At other places he doesn't give definition in Trika or through Ganas. So Jat Parau Ralau. After Jagana there is Ragan and Lagu and Guru. Then it is the variety of Anushtup called Matta Cheshtit. And now it is there, what chanda is there in Ravana's that Shiv Jatakataha Samram Panchachamar. So the same chanda, only 2 quarters of that vratta will make 4 quarters here. So it is half of it would make 4 here. Charava Gurnite Kshanam Vilambita Kulak Lakam asansthitai padai priya karoti matta cheshtitam. So that chandas is there. Jarau, 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 Jarau. Jagan and Ragan. Vidyunmala has all the 8 letters Guru. Very easy. And it is very rhythmic also. So Magana is there. 2 Maganas and 2 Gurus. Sambho bharei rana nadadbhishya mambhodir vyapte vyomni adityanshus spardhinyesha Dikshubhranta Vidyunmala. So when you have the name also is very suggestive. When there is a rainy season, the clouds are resounding. So and the description is also of the rainy season. So this chandas would be very suited to the whole environment on the theatre. So in this way, this whole Chandas Shastra, the way it contributes uniquely to the quality of performance for the theatre. So the theatre people should learn these chandas. Unfortunately, the modern life has been deprived of chandas. Somehow we still retain some part of chandas in our life. Those who study Sanskrit. संस्कृत पढ़ने का मतलब ही क्या है अगर आप छंद में नहीं रमे हैं अगर आप. Anyway, so this Vidyunmala, Chitta Vilasitam is also beautiful chandas. 1 Nagan, then Jagan and 2 Gurus. See Anushtup. So his Bharta definition is 5th, 7th and last. They are Guru, remaining ones are Lagu. So it is Chitta Vilasitam. Smita Vasha Viprakashai. It is that chanda is there, that Vishamvrata is there, I am forgetting the name. It has a structure like that. Smita-vasha viprakashai dashanapadairamibihi paratanupurna chandram tav mukhamavrinoti. This is variety of Brahati. Brahati has 9 letters. Madhukari is the first variety. So 9 letters it is easy. Yati would be easy after 3 because there are 9. So Navakshar Krate Pade, Trini Sir Naidhanani Cha. The last 3 are Guru and the first 6 are Laghu. So then it is 2 Naganas and 1 Magana. That will make Madhukari. Then example is Kusumitam Abhipashyanti Vividataruganaischannam Vanamati Gandhadhyam Pramati Madhukari Rasta. Okay. Then I think this Bhrati has only one variety Madhukari. Pankti is 10 letters in a quarter, and Kulai Mala is the first variety. Kulai Mala has Magan, Nagan, Yagan and Guru, one Guru. Okay. Bharata definition is Dasakshar Kate Pade, Trini Adau, Trini Nedane. The first 3 and last 3 are Guru, middle 4 are in Laghu. Then it is Kulai Mala. Okay. Example is Asminste Shirasi Yada, Asminste Shirasi Tada Kante, Vaidurias Putika Suvarnadhye, Shobham Swamna Vahatitam, Baddha Shrishta Kulai Maleyam. Shikhi Sarni is of the same 10 letters Pankti. So it is Ragan, Jagan, and again Ragan and one Guru. Okay. So Dvitiyam cha Chaturtam cha Shashtham Ashtamam Evacha. The second, fourth, sixth, and eighth. If they are Laghu in the Dashakshar Pada, 10 letter, 10 syllable Pada, then it is Shikhi Sarni. So a very interesting example is there. Naivatesti sangamo manushyair napi kama bhoga chinna manyat garbhaniva drashya se yanarye kim mayura sarini tvamevam. These dialogues might have been spoken in any performance, maybe. It's any comic scene if it comes and they are joking. So this kind of dialogue would come, and it will suit the comic element. This kind of structure also you can see. So there are different types of chandas suitable for different types of context also. So it looks comic that way. Dodak is otherwise well known, but here Dodak has 3 Bhaganas, 2 Gurus. Okay. And then okay, I need not read the long definition. Okay. The example is Praskalita Prapada Pravichayam Matta Vigurnita Gatra Vilasam Pashya Vilasini Kunjara Metam Dodaka Vrattamayam Prakaroti. Okay, now we come to the varieties of Trishtup. It has 11 letters. First variety is Motak. Okay, so Tagan, 2 Jaganas and 1 Laghu, 1 Guru. That will make Motak. Okay. So the first 2, 5th, and the 8th and the last. If they are Guru in 11 syllable quarter, then it is Motak. This is another. Eshom Buddhatulya Niswanaravaha Kshibhas Kalamana Vilambagati Shrutva Ghanagarjita Madritate Rakshan Pratimotayati Viradaha. This is. Then from Trishtup, these Indra Vajra and Upendra Vajra come. The names are also in Natya Shastra the same. Otherwise, many times the names are differing. So you have to tally with Chando Manjari and Vrata Ratnakar what names they give. Natya Shastra has a little bit different nomenclatures. But Indra Vajra and Upendra Vajra, they are the same. 11 letters they are having. But Yadi Tau Jagauga, this definition is not given, which appears to be easy to us. And Upendra Vajra Prathame Lagausa, these definitions are very easy to us. So Natya Shastra would say Navam, Saptam, Shashtam, Tritiyam cha bhave Laghu. 9th, 7th, 6th and 3rd one is Laghu in the Ekadash Akshar Charana. Then it is Indra Vajra. And with all these characteristics, the first letter is, first syllable is made Laghu in Trishtup variety. Then it is Upendra Vajra. And the example is Sarva Savastha Suchakama Tantre Yogya Sikimva Bahunendra Vajra. Upendra Vajra is Priye Shriya Varna Visheshanena Smitena Kantya Sukumara Bhavai अमी गुणा रूप गुणानुरूपा भवन्ति ते किं त्वमुपेन्द्र वज्रा. Okay. Rathodhata is very well known. Kalidasa has used Rathodhata. Indravajra also he has. Upendra Vajra I think he has used. So it has Ragan, Nagan, again Ragan and Laghu Guru. One Laghu, one Guru. It is Rathodhata. So Adyam, Tritiyam, Antyam, Saptamam, Navamam. If they are Guru, the first one, third one, last one, and seventh and ninth one, if they are Guru, then it is Rathodhata. So Kim Tvaya Subhata Dura Varjitam Natmanona Suradam Priyam Kritam Yat Palayana Parayanasyate Yati Dhuri Rathuna Rathodhata. It's a good composition, and as per its name, it suits for the depiction of going for a campaign, for abhiyan, for a war, and marching of an army, and all these things. And in a kind of dialogue which is challenge, provocation, that there also you use Rathodhata. Kim Tvaya Kumati Sangaya Sada Nagye Vasuradham Priyam Kritam Yad Grahad Vachana Roshakam Pita Yati Turnam Abala Rathodhata. Very dramatic also. क्या तुमने ऐसा कर दिया, तुम्हारी मत मारी गई कि तुम्हारी बीवी जो है रोज भर भरा कर भाग रही है तुम्हारे घर से, etc. Anyway, Swagata. So it is again 11 syllable Trishtup. Swagata is also well known. I forgot to write the Gana composition anyway. So Adya, Tritiya, Antim, Antya and Saptam and Dasham. The first, third, last, 7 and Dasham. If they are Guru in the Trishtup is variety, 11 syllable variety, then it is Swagata. Adya me safalam ayata netre jivitam madan sanshaya bhavam agatasi bhavanam mama yasmat Swagatam Tavaroru Nishida. It appears to be suitable for a welcome address, perhaps. Therefore, it is named Swagata also. And the verse also tells of Swagata, welcoming a beloved. Anyway, Shalini is well known. Okay, it's a good chanda. Unfortunately, like language teaching, we couldn't devise a suitable method to teach chandas. So our students are very weak in chandas, and because we have been reading Meghdut and Uttaram Chaitam, so sometimes those chandas became a part of our samskara, but we couldn't devise a very easy, comprehensible method to teach. As you see, the Shalini and Mandakranta are very similar to each other. Just you remove the 5 laghus which Mandakranta has, then it will become Shalini. So if you teach that way, how one chanda would you would yield another chanda with the smallest change, then they perhaps become more comprehensive, more easy to understand. Okay, so Dukkham Tyaktum Paddhamulo Anuraga. You see, only the middle laghu letters are removed of Mandakranta, then it is Shalini, it is Bhasa in Shalini. So Dushilam va nirgunam va param va loke dhairyadapriyam na bradishi tasmachilam sadhu heto suvrattam madhuryat syat sarvatha shalini tvam. So 6th, 9th are laghu in the variety. No, 6th and 9th are laghu in the variety of Anushtup, and rest are Guru, then it is Shalini. Okay. Then Jagat, they come to Jagati. From here, very important variety is start, you see, because 12 letters of Jagati, they are taken up. Then it will yield to big chandas, up to 26 letters. And it's a wonderful world of chandas, it is there. So we can do as much as we can, and there is no occasion to cover the whole. So Jagati has 12 letters. The Totak is the first variety. Tritiyam chaiva shashtam cha navamam dvadasham tatha kuruni jagate pade yat tat totakam bhavet. The 3rd, 6th, 9th and 12th, they are Guru in the variety of Jagati. Then it is Totak is also well known. Yadi sotra bhavet tu samudra samas trishuchapi tatha niyame nayati. Dhrutu vilambit nahi hai kya? नहीं है. Anyway, but looks like Drutavilak. Totak is different. यदि सोत्र भवेत् तु समुत्र समस्त्रिषु चापि तथा नियमेन यति सततं जगति विहितं हि ततं कथितं खलु तोटक वृत्तमिदम्. ओके. किमिदं कपटाश्रय दुर्विषहं पौषाट्यमथोल्बण रूक्ष कथं स्वजन प्रिय सज्जन भेदकरं ननु तोटक वृत्तमिदं कुरुषे. So you can बाकी तो you can understand the chandas. They are very easy. The way Natya Shastra is Vanshas is often used very well. It is Kavipriya Chanda, very dear to the poets. Vadanti Vanshastvilam Jatau Jarau, Jara and Jara. So Jagan, Ragan, and Jagan and Ragan. This is the structure of Vanshastra, Jatau Jarau. There is a long definition in Natya Shastra. Okay. Name priyatam bahumana varjitam priyam priyate parushabhivashini तथा च पश्याम्यहम अद्य विग्रहं ध्रुवं हि वंशस्थ गतिं करिष्यसि. But they are known. Harinapluta is also interesting. But okay, I am seeing if I am Atijakti has 13 letters, Prabhavati, etc. Praharshini. In the Matmayurakam is also very interesting, and the whole structure. See, Vidyunnatha Sendra Dhanuranjita Deha Vato Dhuta Shvetavala Kakrita Shobha Ete Megha Garjita Nadojjvala Chinna Pravrat Kalam Mattamayurah Kathayanti. So structure will be like that. Vidyunmala, you see. So thundering of clouds and rainy season, it will Shakvari. It will also yield into very interesting varieties because it is 4 letters. So Malini is here again. Nananmay Yayutayam Malini, the same Malini, yes. Nakhalutava kadachit krodhatam rayataksham prakuti varita shrangam drashtapurvam maya. ये नहीं है वो मालिनी. 15 letters. नांदी मुखी मालिनी नहीं. Okay. Asita Guru Samachak. Yes, the same Malini. As I told you, I have noted here that later on the later authors call it Malini, but Bharatamuni calls it Nandi Mukhi. It is a variety of Atishakvari here and 15 letters. So Nanana Ma Yutayam Malini Hogi Lokei Asita Giri Samam Syat Kajjalam Sindhu Patre Suravarutar Shakha Lekani Patra Murvi, etc. So here the long definition is there. Anyway. Even Lalitam is also very interesting. Now he comes to the varieties with 8 Lalita Pravar. Then the Shikharni comes out of Atyashti, which is Atyashti Vedic Chanda, which is 17 letters. And Rasai Rudresh Chinna Yamana Sabhalaga Shikharni. Yagan, Magan, Sagan, Bhagan. And Laghu Guru. That will make Shikharni. Very musical, very delicate. And those who are interested in Chanda Shastra should read Suratta Tilak of Kshemendra. Wonderful work. Such a genius, you see, and such a great insight. And from Kshemendra I could learn many things, and I could understand that each poet has his own chanda. Kalidas can write Mandakranta because his set of laya, set of his mind, which is structured in a typical laya, can run in Mandakranta easily. He is unable to compose a good Shikharni. He cannot compose good Shikharni because the structure of laya that is there in his mind is not suitable to Shikharni. So Kshemendra tells us Mandakranta Kalidasasya something like this. Sadashva Damakasyaiva Kamboj Turagangana. Very beautiful simile. Okay, but there is no occasion to go to it. Wonderful description of Kshemendra. How different chandas are suit to the creativity of a particular poet. So he says Bhagavati is unique in writing Shikharni. No comparison. Kalidasa cannot write a Shikharni like Bhagavati. Yam Gehe Lakshmi Riyam Amratavartir Nayanayo. Many Shikharnis like this. Spontaneous flow of Shikharni. Because his creative genius runs in the rhythmic patterns of Shikharni better. So we have to, if we are going to write something, and if we can recognize within ourselves what type of tempo is within us, because we are part of a cosmic rhythm, and the vrittas of that cosmic chandas may be forming their structures within us. So we can be more creative if we can know that. So Chanda Shastra would help us to become more creative that way. Okay, but so I just I can give you just a glimpse of it. I am trying to see if in the last slides of it, Atidhrati is 19 letters. Shardul Vikriti is a variety of Atidhrati. Okay. So Shardul Vikriti is well known. Magan, Sagan, Jagan, Sagan, Tagan, Tagan, and Guru. Okay. Then Krati, Subhadna is a beautiful meter, a variety of Krati, and Sraddhara is a variety of Prakriti, which is 21 letter. Sraddhara Kirti Teyam. That meter by Labnai Trayanam Trimuni Yati Sutta Sraddhara Kirti Teyam. Okay. And Ya Srishti Srishturadhya Vahati Vidhyutam Yahvir, long structure. It is suited for stotras and all this. Okay. So Akrati 22 letters, it is Madrakam. Ashwalalitam is also beautiful chanda, and the examples also follows the Ashwalalit. Meghmala is this in the same way, 24 letters, 2 Naganas and remaining Raganas. Very interesting. Okay. And the long definition is there. I will Pavan Bala Samarata Tivra Gambhira Nada Balaka Avali Mekhala Kshitidhara Sadrishoch Rupa Mahanida Dhuman Jana Bhambu Garbhodh Bhava Surapati Dhanurujjvala Baddha Kaksha Tadidyod Sannaha Patto Jvala. Sorry. Gaganatala Visarini Pravrashenya Dradam Meghamala Shobhate. Very long structure. Persian and Urdu are very rich in Chanda Shastra, and they have more easy way to distinguish. They call it Bahar. This will be Lambi Bahar, and they have all types of, and very correspondences are there. How their Sragvini is used in Ghazal. Only a bit different kind of pronunciation is there. So the same, that is why Bhatt Manjunath Shastri could write beautiful ghazals in different Sanskrit meters, in Sragvini and other meters. Many of us are writing. I also write ghazals in Sanskrit that way. So this Chanda Shastra gives us an enormous freedom for creativity to create us in various forms. That is what I take Chanda Shastra. So last is Utkriti, 26 letters, and Bhujanga Vijrambhitam is the chanda. Very long. You can see the Bhujanga Vijrambhitam there, but I will not. Then it comes to Dandaka, several varieties of Dandaka is there. Now he comes to Vishama Vrittas, but we have dealt with them. Oh, but then the Matrik Chandas are there. Pathya, Arya is also there, and all the definitions are there. Vaktra, Apar Vaktra are there. These are Matrik Chandas. Apar Vaktra is used in Akhyayika. Vaktra and Apar Vaktra are used by Ban Bhatta in Akhyayika, Harsh Charita. So their definitions are there. Pushpitagra also is a Vishama Chanda. So I was finding Pushpitagra earlier there somewhere because the structure is resembling. Pavan Bala Vidhut Charu Shakham Pramudita Kokila Kantanaadaramyam Madhukara Parigiyamana Shabdam Varatanu Pashchivanam Supushpitagram. Anyway, 5 types of Aryas are there. Much more is remaining, but lots of it we have covered. Okay. The last stanza is that understanding these vrattas, the poet should create kavya bandhas having 36 lakshanas. This is the last line. From this he takes over the first line of 16th chapter. The way every chapter is connected, the last line connects to the last line of a chapter, connects to the first line of the next chapter. So Kavibandhas should be created this way after understanding these vrattas. And these Kavibandhas have 36 lakshanas. So 36 lakshanas will be taken up from the first stanza of the 16th chapter. So this is the unity. Thank you very much. So I have taken much more time. So I would somehow try to finish. 16th chapter is very important because it is the backbone of whole
Vachika bhi.
literary theory, Kavya Shastra, Alankar Shastra, as such. So those who are students of Alankar Shastra, they should study the 16th chapter. Okay.
So it's tea time.
Yes.
Tea is served on this side. So come as fast as possible. Let's start at 4 sharp.
ఇచ్చేయాలి కూడా ఇంకా విధి ఏంటంటే ఉండదు
Half an hour.
అంజరం